This is the position for using the voice, for using the arms, for flower arrangement, for calligraphy, sumie painting, for many arts and crafts, and for starting many martial forms, and also for devotion. Because it is a starting position, and that is why it is honored in the world of life skills and arts for being a basic position, which is why it has an honored position as meditation, as just as the art of sitting. Zazen, the art of sitting. Shik and Zazen, just the moment of sitting. Just being with it. And from that point, all the arts and all the skills express themselves, and from that position one moves into other positions, carrying the quality of sitting at the center of the being into any activity, so that there is stillness in movement. That also is Zazen, the quality of something which is sitting, radiating skills from the center of the being, no matter what the activity. Because there are no needs in that situation, no projections, no needs, then true creativity takes place. Because there can be no creativity whilst there are needs, whilst there are dependencies. The very act of creation is one which has no dependencies and no needs. Whether you're creating sound or creating the movement in the air, or letting the body move in positions which teach with fans or with hands, and the movements of teaching, they all come from the same place. This is why the whole art of sitting is expressed in this feeling of setting or settling, that the body settles with itself. The whole being sets and settles with itself, comes to rest, stillness. Wow, there. And at that point it is immovable. Not just stationary, it is still. It is sunk into its bath. Having first divested itself of all the tensions of clothes and attitudes. And wherever that organism then moves, it takes the quality of that sitting with it into any activity, so that it is all Zazen. Whether standing, walking, sitting, lying down, or attending to everyday matters, that quality of Zazen, the sitting, the bath of stillness, is present. And in that stillness, there's the sensitivity, so that there are experiences which are felt by the person in that stillness. The skin feels the touch of the thread of 1,000 silkworms. In the nostrils is the perfume of jasmine, and in the mouth the taste of honey. The ears, the rush of the eagle's wing and the rustlings of bamboo. The vision of the elephant walking through the rainbow. And into the stillness the bright diamond point of the Dhammakaya of clear pure mind. Which is why this is the ancient blessing for those who enter the way and are wayfarers into the stillness. Whether it's a martial form, an art form, a contemplative form, or indeed a thinking form. This is the way. These are the ways. Most of all, maybe, in terms of the sitting and the thing that we are engaged in at the moment. We have been engaged in trying to release the voice. I say release it, not produce it. Let it out. Again, the inner excellence that we have to let out, as I've been talking about right through the whole of this summer session. To let out the excellence. Let out the ideal. Let out the wholesomeness. Let out the beauty. Likewise with the voice, let out the perfect sound, which is uninhibited, the unimpeded stillness that comes through into a sound on which rides the transmission of the quality that is in the belly from whence that sound comes. And in the very act that we are indulging in at the moment, of the tea, of drinking the tea, the moments of silence, and the watching of the quality of the pouring and the preparing of the tea, and then the examination of the bowl, the whisk and the ladle, and then savouring the quality of the tea, so that one sinks into the tea. And as one sinks into meditation, one sinks into everything one does, which is itself the stillness. That's what it's all about. Any exercises that you do are to contribute to and support and to move towards that goal of just that thing, of the inner quality and entering into the stillness, the sitting, the Zazen at the moment. When walking, the upper body above the pelvis is still, just legs move. When sitting, everything below the pelvis is completely still, and if there's any activity goes on, such as painting, flower arrangement, tea, the movement comes from the upper body. When engaged in the martial form, they work together from the central point, the point of gravity. When it sleeps, it goes to rest, and rests gently upon its surface, sinks to it, enters its stillness, the mind still alert, and the body at rest. These are only ideals. The nearer you get to them, the better, and the more you appreciate them and understand them, then the nearer you will be to achieving them.